Hello friends and welcome to Digimento. Today we will be discussing an important topic, effects of COVID-19 in the education sector. We will see how the education sector in India has drastically changed due to the outbreak of COVID-19. Most of you must be experiencing that now, or you must have seen how your younger ones or how your kids or like your neighbors or relatives, how they are experiencing. If you are a teacher or if you are a student, you must be experiencing how the education sector has gone a drastic change during this COVID-19. From offline to online, the transformation and how India has become a digitized economy in terms of its educational resources. So we have seen that even in small schools, even in the Anganwadis, even in the primary level schools, how the transformation has taken place. We will have a quick look into some of the government initiatives taken to digitalize the education sector in India, especially in the backdrop of COVID-19 pandemic. So let's begin. I'm Joycey Joy. So let's begin this lecture, and if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon to receive the notifications, and share this video with your friends if you think that it's of use to you. And also for the online courses that we provide, you can visit our website www.digimento.com. and let's start. So you can call to any of these numbers also for getting more information about the online courses that we provide. Now, let's quickly look into the effects of COVID-19 in education sector. So this is a world map, and in this you will see that how different countries have been affected. So this orange color, the dark orange color, represents those countries where there is a country-wide school closures. That means in the entire country, schools were closed. Here you will see that India is also one such country for which we have undergone a country-wide school closure. All the schools in the country are completely closed. All the schools in the country are completely shut down. So this is how it has affected India. Now this light orange color shows the localized school closures. That means only in those areas where there are high incidence of COVID-19 cases, the schools are closed. So these are the light orange colored places. Now the blue color represents those countries or those regions where there are no school closures, which means that the COVID-19 outbreak has not affected the education sector to a larger extent, with no schools being closed. And there are also some areas for which no data is available for us. Now, for us, it is important to know that in India, in our country, we have undergone a complete closure of all our educational institutions, including schools, colleges, universities, and even the play schools. So, we are one country where we have gone for a complete closure of the schools, and we later in a later stage we transformed it into a digital mode or into a online mode, which we will be discussing in detail today. Now the first outcome or effect of lockdown or the COVID-19 in education sector in India is the rise in blended learning. This is not just with India, but also globally. If we take the increase in the blended learning has increased. Now what is meant by blended learning? Blending means you are blending something or mixing something. So here blended learning means online and offline teaching. So blend or a mix of both online and offline teaching has been adopted by many universities and many colleges in the country as well as the world. Now we are not talking about the current situation. Currently in India, everything is going online, but certain universities, certain colleges have decided that in the future also, in the upcoming months or even after we fight with this COVID-19, and once this COVID-19 pandemic ends, even then we will go for a blended learning system where the academics will be combined through both online sources and through offline sources. So this is one major change that has happened. Many universities and many colleges has adopted this criteria or this model of adopting a blended learning. Okay, where both face-to-face delivery along with online model will become a norm. So both face-to-face and online learning will become a norm, and this will require all the teachers to become more technology friendly and go through some training to bring themselves to the level that would be required. So this definitely requires training for the teachers, especially in those developing countries like India, because teachers until now they did not have an exposure with online teaching. So until now, the traditional way of teaching was going to the classes and teach the students face to face. Now they have gone through a transformation. We adopted online teaching. So teachers will have to be trained for that, and teachers will also have to adopt technology, which means the use of technology in the education sector will increase from now, especially for those schools, colleges and universities that have decided to adopt a blended learning system in the future also. Even after the pandemic is over, for them, the teachers will undergo a training process and will become more technology friendly, thereby bringing in the use of ICT, information and communication technology, into the educational sector. Second one, this is also a great opportunity for those companies that are developing management systems, learning management systems, which could be used by the universities and colleges. Those tech companies, they will also benefit, because as more schools, more universities and more colleges go into this online mode of teaching, they will be getting an opportunity to develop more and more management systems. Now the learning materials can also be improved, because through online teaching or through the online platform, there is a great opportunity for universities and colleges to start improving the quality of the learning material that is used in the teaching and learning process. Now, regarding the collaborative work, the teaching community, to a larger extent, they were insulated, and more so in a country like India. There is a new opportunity where collaborative teaching and learning can take on new forms, and even it can be monetized. So this will also lead to a rise in collaborative work. Now, with this adoption of online teaching or digital way of teaching, there are also increased number of online learning platforms. So major online learning platforms are also developed. In India, we already had many online platforms for learning and teaching, but with this COVID-19 outbreak and due to the digitalization of educational sector, the scope, the usage and the utility of these online learning platforms has increased. First one is Diksha platform. So basically Diksha platform, it is a platform for the teachers especially, where they can get learning material, where they are provided training, etc. So Diksha platform, it offers teachers, students and parents engaging learning material relevant to the prescribed school curriculum. But Diksha portal, it majorly caters to the needs of the teachers. So in this platform, there are learning resources or lot number of textbooks and learning material for the teachers. Second one is ePathshala. It is again a web portal and a mobile application which is designed and deployed by the NCERT. Basically, ePathshala, it is a learning repository. Repository means a repository of learning resources. So online resources like all the materials, all the textbooks will be available in this learning repository. Repository means a place where you can get all the materials. So it's a learning repository where all the textbooks are available. So that is ePathshala. Next one is National Repository of Open Educational Resources. Again the same concept. The repository means all the learning materials will be available. So basically a portal which is equipped with best quality informational content on diverse topics in multiple languages. So National Repository of Open Educational Resources, it's a portal where you will get best quality informational content on various topics in different languages. And Chhattisgarh government, this is a state level initiative. Chhattisgarh government has launched the Padhai Tuhar Dwar, Education to Your Doorstep portal. So various states, apart from the national level initiatives, the initiatives taken by the government at the national level, various state governments have also taken many initiatives to improve the teaching learning experience. Next is Nishta portal. So basically, it's a integrated teacher training portal and a mobile application. Now the abbreviation NISHTA. Okay, NISHTA. It stands for National Initiative for School Heads and Teachers Holistic Advancement. So N for National, I for Initiative. Okay, National Initiative, I for Initiative, and S for School, H for Head, School Heads, TH for Teachers Holistic Advancement. And this is a national mission to improve the learning outcomes at the elementary level. So this helps in improving the learning outcomes at elementary level. Now, NISHTA is also the largest teachers training program of its kind in the world, and the purpose of NISHTA, it is to motivate and equip the teachers. So teachers to encourage and foster critical thinking in the students. Okay, so here basically teachers training is provided under the NISHTA. Now Delhi government has also launched a program called Learning with Human Feel. Now what is meant by learning with human feel? This means that you know that in an online platform, when we take up an online platform, let's take for example, I am teaching you right now, I am discussing about a topic right now. So here I do not see you, or I cannot feel your presence like in the classroom. So in classroom you will be able to see the teacher, interact with the teacher, so there is a human feel. But in online mode there is no human feel. But the Delhi government's plan is to bring this human feel. Like how can I make classes with a human feel? It is when I can interact with you, when you feel that you are into a classroom. So if I can bring that feeling, it is learning with human feel. So this is the same thing the Delhi government adopted. So in order to reach out to the students, a plan was created under the program called Learning with the Human Feel scheme. So this is to maintain the digital divide. So this is the objective of this plan. And here the teachers will guide the students through WhatsApp from kindergarten to 8th class. And then the teacher will share the study material on WhatsApp for 9th and 10th class. And the teachers will be taking online sessions for 11th and 12th class students. So this is the plan under Learning with Human Feel scheme. So the objective is to maintain the digital divide. So as we said, apart from the national level initiatives, there are also various states that have taken individual initiatives at the state level to eliminate the digital divide, or to maintain the issue, or to remove this issue of digital divide. So these are some initiatives. Now from examination perspective, the important initiatives of the state government in case you are appearing for any state level examination, the initiatives of the national government if you are appearing for any national level examination, very important. So from that also, Diksha platform, e-Pathshala, National Repository, NISHTA, all these are very, very important topics. Okay, so this is about the impact of COVID-19 in the education sector. I'll see you again with another topic tomorrow. Until then, take care, and you can visit our website or you can call to this number for getting more information about the online courses that we provide. Thank you so much.